Hey guys, still haven't got a new computer yet. Still having problems with the computer, so hopefully this gets up. See it? You got it. Camera's crapping out too a little bit, but still hanging in there. Anyway, that's not what this is about. Obviously, I'm going to title this something, and you'll know what it's about by the title. So I'll figure something out what I'm going to title it. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video because I figure that I just want it documented. I want it on video. And only talked about this to a couple other people in person, just regular old people, and but I wanted to put this on video, get it out there a little bit. If you guys have followed my channel for any length of time, you probably saw that I did a couple of videos on unexplained phenomenon and stuff like that. I have an interest, an interest in that. I like enigmas, things that make you think, But and I have theories on different things, like a lot of people do. But this particular situation, this is something that I saw with my own eyes. I have seen some strange things in the past, paranormal things and stuff like that. Things that are not explainable by the laws of physics and so on, as we understand them. But this video, I just wanted to talk about this because it's something that I haven't been able to just I haven't been able to stop thinking about it hardly. I mean, I think about it, every couple of days practically since it happened. This event happened in 2020, and well, basically it started, I live out in the sticks, as you probably know. It's a good ways to any kind of a real store, so when I go shopping, it's a couple of towns away, So I and another were in my vehicle, which is a truck, and we're going. It was night. It was about 7 o'clock p.m. or something like that, maybe 7:30. It was probably between 7 and 7:30, I would say, not 8. 8 be kind of late because you got to drive there, Anyway, driving along, and this thing ran across the road in front of us. It was not an animal. It was not a deer. It was not a bear. It was not Bigfoot. This was not a known animal, as far as something that people have had their hands on, people have taxidermied, people have, got on, as far as I know, they haven't got on film. They don't have a real sample of this thing that I saw. But it was about 7 foot tall, and I know it was about 7 foot tall, maybe even slightly taller, and probably weighed between 350 and 500 pounds, somewhere in there. The body, the way that it basically it loped across the road quite fast. Obviously it knew that it was going to get run over. So, you know, I mean, it was obviously it was intelligent enough to know that it was going to get run over if it didn't hurry. It quickly moved, and when it did, it ran like a silverback gorilla. It was not a gorilla. It was not a man in a gorilla suit. It was not Bigfoot either. And I'll tell you why it wasn't Bigfoot. Because it had a head like a wolf. A very large head. Not small. Wasn't a coyote. It was not a dog. It wasn't some kind of wild hybrid that somebody came up with. It was none of that. If I had to put a name on this thing was a werewolf. And I'm not kidding. I wasn't drinking. I barely drink alcohol as it is, usually only if it's a special occasion like Christmas or Thanksgiving, something like that. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of whiskey in my hot chocolate and on a very cold winter outing or something with the fire. But that's about it. You know, I don't drink beer. I don't imbibe regularly. None of that sort of thing. Don't use drugs. This thing, if I had not seen it, I would just think that it's another folklore thing. But a lot of crazy stuff has been happening in the world, as we know. CERN is up to stuff. There's all kinds of rumors about them opening portals and all that stuff. I mean, we don't really know what's going on over there. And I'm not associating that with this. But since that happened, I started kind of looking into it. I've only got a few minutes left, so I'm going to go a little bit quicker on this. But since this incident happened, I started looking into it a little bit, and I see some stuff about dog man and this and that. This was not a dog. This was a full-blown werewolf looking creature, and this was not a man in a suit. This thing was big. I mean big. Okay, my truck is big. It's not a little bitty cracker box truck. It's a big truck. And this thing was big. I mean, I felt like if I were to hit it in the truck, there would have been serious damage to the front of the vehicle. It was big. It was coyote brown in color. It was actually a nice shade of coyote brown. It would have blended in perfectly in any environment. I mean, it would have been well camouflaged wherever it went. But this thing, I am not an artist, but I decided to go ahead and sketch this thing out for you. And I put a few details. Okay, so I'm going to get this, and I'm going to have it back and forth with the camera so that hopefully I'll give you an idea of what's going on here. This thing it kind of had a haunched buttocks area. Like I said, it reminded me of the way a silverback gorilla would run. Okay, but it looked like a wolf on the head, big head, a lot of fur. Okay, pointy ears, snout, big snout. I mean, this thing was serious. So I just kind of going back, and then I'm going to come forward here a little bit slowly. Hopefully you're getting a good look at this. I'm not a good artist. I'm just trying to relay something here. And as you can see, I gave you some stuff over here on the side. You can stop your video and read that if you like. Man, this thing was serious. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And didn't make me scared to go in the woods or nothing. I mean, if I've only seen this one in my whole life, then obviously they're out there anyway. And you know, who knows? I mean, a lot of times mythological things are rooted in some fact. But, you know, I mean, they're always discovering new things. Like I've said before, they're always discovering new things, and they're always discovering things that they thought didn't exist anymore, that they thought was extinct, but it wasn't. You know, that's too many scientists thinking too much, you know. But yeah, I wanted to just get this documented on video. You could think I'm a freaking nutbag. You can think whatever you want to think, you know. I'm a Christian. Some people just think that Christians are crazy anyway. But, yeah, this was the real deal, man. I mean, this was not, this was not fake. I had somebody to corroborate what I saw. They saw the same thing. When I asked them, describe what you saw, and then I described what I saw. We saw the same thing. It's that same thing right there. 7 foot plus tall, wolf-like, werewolf-like creature galloping across the road, but not galloping like a horse or a deer or any other four-legged animal. This thing was running on its hind legs, and using its its arms. It was running like I said, it was running like, you go watch a video of a silverback gorilla running around, you know, alpha male, you know, pushing his way around in the zoo or something on a video. You go watch that. The sucker's running around. You will see what I'm talking about. This is no joke, man. This is the real. This was the real deal, man. The real McCoy. I'll never forget it. Yeah. I've had my theories on Bigfoot and all that. I talked about that in a couple other videos. You can go watch those. But yeah, this here in New England, guys, this thing's running around. If there's one, there's got to be more, because they ain't no propagating on their own. Well, you can think of this whatever you want to think, because it don't matter to me what you think about it. I'm just putting it out there because I wanted to document it. I mean, like I said, I have seen some wild stuff. I have seen some wild stuff, but I ain't never seen nothing like this. If you see anything like this, drop me a line. Catch you later.